I'ma be the first to say I got it wrong. Here we go. And I'ma be the last to give up on the cause. And I'll do everything to make sure I gave it my all. Never wanna make it seem I know it all.
What's up, everybody? This your boy Lonzo Jones with another episode of Learn and Live. I'm here with my co-host
Dewayne Malone.
and we got a panel here with us tonight for this certain topic. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
Perry Abbey. Norris Warren.
Thomas Quarles.
Robert Softly.
Hey, listen, tonight's topic, we're going to talk about broken homes. So, kick it off.
Broken homes, real quick, before we get too deep into this thing. What is a broken home?
Well, I look at a broken home as being with lack of Christ, lack of communication, and lack of money.
That's good. That's good. Anybody else?
I just look at it as being like a single parent home. That's from my perspective.
Okay. Anybody else want to add anything to that? So broken home, exactly, is a lack in all areas, and also it is a single parent home. And on top of that, basically a broken home is any time you are in a household without your biological parents being married. That's a broken home. Any way you look at it, whether it's a stepfather, stepmother, single parent with a father, single parent with a mother, that is considered to be a broken home. So tonight we're just gonna really dissect the effects of a broken home. I got a stat that I'm gonna read out to you real quick. It says, do you know that more than 3 in 10 children grow up in broken homes? And children from broken homes account for 70% of those in juvenile detention, 57% of all prison inmates, 63% of teen suicides, 71% of teen pregnancies, 90% of homeless juveniles and runaways, 71% of high school dropouts, 75% of all drug users, and 85% of behavior disorders come from a broken home. So this is something that is very serious, and we need to take back our families. We need to step up to the plate and do what's right by our kids. Now let's talk about these different stats. How do you feel about 57% of all prison inmates coming from a broken home? What does that tell us we need to do?
Like you say, it starts in the homes, We as the fathers, we as the brothers, we as just individuals in general. The cycle has to be broken somewhere. Why not let it begin with us in our own homes? Let's lead by example. How can we tell someone else's child to do the right things when we don't even raise our own kids?
If there's so much negativity in a broken home, how do you think God ordained the family structure to be?
That's good.
Well, I think we, especially as men, have seemed to given our role over to the woman. Instead of taking charge and being out front, even in our churches today, the majority of the churches have more women in it than men. So we have chosen to sit back and push our women to the church with the children while we go when we want to or don't go.
That's true.
That's good.
But then we want to be the king. Well, a king never sent his queen out to battle. He leads his men out to battle. So we have got to get back in our place. In order for the family there's a structure that was set up in the house. The man, and a lot of times we want to be the man, be the head, but what are we really doing?
Right.
A man steps up and leads his family.
There you go.
Disciplines his family, shows his family, takes his family to church. Don't send his family to church. The one thing that I always appreciated about my father was that on Sunday morning or when church time was coming, he was the one setting the example. Let's get ready for church. It wasn't my mother getting us up while he's laying up in the bed or not going today. I'm gonna skip today. But he was the one leading, and that's what I've tried to do. I feel like if I'm gonna be the man and the head of my house, then the first thing I would put God first, but then I would be leading my family to God.
That's good.
That's true.
That's good, bro.
And a lot of times we will sit back and sit, the ladies, because sometimes, at church, the ladies are doing everything. We the head, we the man, but why are we not out front doing that?
Allow your wife or your woman to do what a head is supposed to do. You disqualify yourself even be considered being called a king. So I ask you anyway, who gave gave you the title king? Who called you a king? You probably name yourself that. I look at it like this. If I do everything as a man, as the head, and I'm led by God, and I do what's right, then my wife is automatically a queen. So guess what? That qualifies me to what? Automatically be a what? A king. Without me even having to say it. My action is going to lead by example. Like the brother was saying, man, we have to step up to the plate. You know what I'm saying? When it's all said and done, if the broken homes, it is so negative because the man doesn't want to become, you know, what he should be. You know, so then there's no other blame to be placed on anybody but the man. You know, and it kind of looks like we beat down on the brothers or the men, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you know, overlook the truth.
That's true.
Guys that come to me when they had problems in their marriage, and you know, the first thing they want to bring up is the scripture where it says, you know, she's supposed to be submissive to me. And that's true.
Yeah.
But first of all, she got to see you submissive to somebody.
Right.
I mean, if she see you submissive to God, she'll get submissive.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
I mean, it's little things that I have noticed in my marriage when I'm at home. Simple things like where I plug my cell phone up to charge. If I go to plugging it up somewhere, my wife will start plugging it up in the same spot I'm plugging mine up.
Yeah.
So that lets me know she's following me.
Yeah.
I mean, simple things like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know if I keep Christ first in my life, she's gonna be submissive to me.
That's good. That's true. And so I like what you said, because a woman will always say this: they're looking to be led first.
They looking to be.
The second thing they'll tell you, I don't have a problem being led if I know that the man that is leading my life is being led by Christ.
Exactly.
It's automatic. That's the way God ordained it. Because think about it. Anytime a house is out of order, there's going to be dysfunction there. It's no different from if you are putting together some type of machine and you don't put it together correctly, or you don't put it together in the right order. Guess what? It's going to malfunction. Same thing with the household. Same thing with a marriage. So in a broken home, you don't have it set up in the right order, so therefore it's not going to function right. And that's where you see all these different crazy stats come up. So I'm like, so how do we fix this? What do we do? What is the answer to this problem?
Well, first and foremost, we got to get Christ in our life. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing. Because that's the only way it's going to work. Because a man that can't love God can't love himself. He can't love himself. He can't love nobody else.
That's right.
And I mean, what I was just thinking about then, I mean, a lot of homes are broken the day the man and woman get married, because they don't even know what marriage is. They don't know where marriage comes from.
That's true. See, that's the thing. Like, man, there's so many different avenues as far as broken home. So I just want you guys to get this. Yes, the definition of a broken home is when your biological parents are not married, or single family, single parents, things like that. But there's also ways you can be living in a household with both your parents and still be in a broken home situation because it's not in the correct order, because it's not led by Christ, because the father or the mother is not doing what they should be doing. So when we kind of veer off, that's kind of where it's still a broken home, but we just touched it in a different way. So I just want to make sure you guys are still following us. All right. So you could be in a home, is what you're saying, with both your parents, and it still be a broken home.
That's right. I mean, take for instance that the man an alcoholic, and he's never at home.
It's broken.
It's broken.
It's broken. You was about to say something, bro.
Yeah, my thing is, the first thing is come spiritual. You gotta have that spiritual life. You gotta give your life to Christ and have a relationship with Him, because anything is going wrong, God can give you that wisdom, that knowledge to how to handle it. And that's what you need. Both of y'all gotta be on the same page. But it's up to the man, because like Dwayne said, that's how God set it up.
What it takes for me